let's move on to the next, which is basically you talking about
F
the
this, man.
Uber Quest. Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
You are right,
Uber is
bro. You are
backsliding.
right.
Uber
You
is
are right.
backsliding. Lyft
Fuck.
is going higher. So hey, I'm on the Lyft train right now. When it
Oh,
comes when it comes to
I'm all on Lyft. I'm all on Lyft now because
look,
let me tell
let,
you.
let me tell you something.
Last
Hold
week
on.
you
Let
were
me let
right.
me tell
You said you're on the fence, and you were 100% right. And this is it right here.
Well, before you go into your spiel of it, just to put this in perspective, Jay had questioned this earlier. This is another thing. I wanted to actually wait until we talked about this to bring it
Mhm.
up. Each individual driver, yes, has their own little thing, and each
Mhm.
individual driver, whether you have a certain app number or not, I figured this out because when I was in Chicago, certain apps would show top tipper, other apps would not, and we looked at the app version to see, and yes, there was a difference in the version. So what you have is definitely different. What you're allowed is definitely different.
Yeah.
But one of the things that it came down to is I'm part of Facebook groups across the country and obviously locally because I want to know what's going on local in my area. So I am seeing people in my local area say, "Hey, what the hell is this? Why am I seeing this instead of what I'm used to, which is the ride count?" They're
Yeah.
seeing this next quest,
Mm.
which is what you see on the screen for those who are looking, and that is what you're seeing on the trips. But they're actually showing uh, the
It's
new
garbage.
version, which is this stuff right here, which is this
Oh,
quest goal.
I'm so
And this
tired.
is you have to get your dollar amount in order to get anything extra. But here's the crazy part. In my market, some people are getting this quest goal while other people are getting the rides still. So I still get the rides. And in fact, I just checked my app now because I'm getting my weekend quest that I can choose that has come in. So for that, I can choose what I want now, and I'm still getting the ride goal. But the one thing I got to say is my 60 plus 10, it's 230 for 60 trips. And 10 more trips, it's $60. So I could do $290 right here on 60 trips.
Well,
Or I mean, I'm sorry, 60 plus 10.
do it because the next week they'll give you this shit next week. Go do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm fearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's the whole thing. So they're definitely separating between markets, and that's just showing you that you're in different groups of drivers in your own particular market, and that just shows you everything you kind of need to know when it comes down to it. So yeah, some people in my market have the quest goal. Other people in my market, including myself, have the actual ride counts that will give you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Sergio, your
I'm
thoughts?
okay. So I did article came out today. Please go to the website and read it. It's really well done. Okay. A lot of comments came into the article. I did the article saying there's a new quest. Is it good or bad for drivers? I mean, hey, I did my analysis that I always do, and then at the bottom I put a little rabbit looking at a carrot. That's pictures worth 1,000 words. That's what this is. This garbage. So the previous page, the trip count quest, and this quest is from my own app. Okay, this is mine. Now, the both of them, okay, both this one is a weekend quest. The other thing I noticed, Chris, is that weekend quests are a lot stronger than weekday quests. Okay, so this is a weekend quest, Friday to Monday. This was last weekend until they switched me to this dollar bullshit. But this was as high as I've seen in LA, really, because we've been kind of suffering from low quest. And then on Sunday, I go get the new one. This new one, this new garbage. So then I'm going like, I gotta do an article about this. I gotta, break it down and do a little math. As usual, we love math here. This is my week quest, Monday 4 a.m. to Friday 4 a.m. Okay, I'm just gonna go, to the top quest last from the weekend, right? 80 was for 195, and that's what I used for numbers. And the top quest here is 875 quest gold for $60 additional. What's $60 on 875, Chris? It's like 5.5%, 6%, somewhere in that range, maybe 7%, right? Great. Okay. So when you guys go to the article, you see the breakdown, but I'm going to give you the gist of it. On the trip counter quest or trip number quest, which is 80 trips, was for $195. I kept it simple. I said, I'm shooting for $10 trips, period. All trips are $10, okay? With the old quest, I would have gotten, $800 plus the $195. It would have been $995 if I did 80 trips, $10 at a time. Now, on this dollar bullshit quest, 875 divided by 10 is 88 trips. Now, I'm doing 10% more trips, period. Okay, that's going to take me solid 3 more hours, if not more. Okay. And then I'm going to get that measly $60. So if you add the 60 to the 875, it's 935 versus 995. So not only have to do 10% more trips, but I'm going to get paid 10% less. Instead of 995, I'm going to get paid 935. I'm going like, yep. What kind of bullshit math is this, Uber? So now,
well, not only
I'm like, what?
Not only that, but but not only that. If you look at your lowest one, which is the 220, usually you got your if you go $20 or $10 a ride, let's say, that's 22 rides instead of the 20 rides. So now you got to do 2 more rides on top of that in order to get the $10 extra.
Actually, you're dead on. Let's do that. So this is 22 trips. I'm gonna get $10. Go back to the old one, Chris. The 20 trip one. 20 trips is $35. So on that one, I would get $200 if I did all trips for 10. 200 plus 35 is $235. On the new one, I have to do 2 more trips instead of and I'm gonna get $230. So on this one, I have to do 2 more trips for $5 less. Does this remind you of the freaking nickel and dime shit that they've been doing? So I have to do 2 more trips, which Uber is all profit for that now. For that Uber is all profit. 2 more trips for $5 less. Multiply that times millions of fucking drivers. Look where we are. We're back at the dollar and nickel and dime game again now. Even with the quest now.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're like, okay, how many nickels and dimes can we collect through different means? So now they're not just doing one nickel and dime. They're finding, okay, quests. They're finding the surge maps. They're finding all of these different routes and avenues so they can continue. So now we're talking about dollars. So if you shave off $1 out of 2.1 billion trips instead of 10 cents, now you're getting, which would have been what, $210 million? No. Now it's 2.1 billion.
Yeah, this way is 2.1.
Now $1. So now you get your profit. Yeah, right there.
For sure. Yeah. So, but everything is getting geared towards you do more work for less money, right? Now, Jay, if you are here, now you understand why we're so hot and pissed off as drivers, because this kind of bullshit does pulled on. However, we're not math challenged here, right? We know our math. We love math here. We love math. And this math.
Oh, when it comes down to this stuff, yeah.
This math is fuzzy math, Uber. This is fuzzy math. And we're going to, you know what? This package is going to the journalist already. I'm sending all these things to all the journalist friends I have, because these things, this is, by the way, part of the algorithmic, wage discrimination. Because now I have to work 10%, 2 more.
Well, not only that, it's also part of that whole AI.
You betcha.
It's also part of their AI patent.
Okay. We played the game. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I changed my mind. I agree with Chris now. Chris was on the fence last week when I showed this to you guys, the dollar, whatever this thing is called.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to. I wanted to see. I want to actually see the true breakdown of things. I'm like, I'm on the fence. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know if it's a wash or a loss.
Garbage.
I was thinking it was a loss, and that was where I was pretty much at in my mind. I'm like, oh, they changed something, so I can understand that they're if you're taking a longer ride or more apt to wanting to take longer rides, I understand that you're going to get compensated for it. So if you're in a market where you can't necessarily always get short, easy, quick rides, then this is going to probably be something that is going to be better for you if you're taking, medium or longer rides. So if you're getting something like, a $20 ride, $30, $50 rides, where, the longer rides are coming in more frequently for you, then this is probably going to break even or better for you in that case, because it's going to take into account those longer rides instead of one ride for a long ride, when it could, let's say, last an hour, when you could take like 3 to 5 rides per hour if you took all short rides. So I can definitely see that aspect. and it can be beneficial for some drivers. But when it comes down to you breaking down the math, when it comes to you breaking down those types of things, well, now you can see where it's starting to unravel a little bit when it comes to people who are going to go out there with strategy and try to take as short rides as they can in order to fulfill that. Because if you're trying to do 80 rides, you want all short rides, you want them quick, you want a quick turnaround to be able to do that. So
with the dollar quest, how many $5 shorties can you do to get to 875? 170 of them. I mean, that's a lot, right? In the old days, you could do the 80 trips at $5 a piece and, you know, bang out $500 and you're out of there. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is all geared towards, you know, people do, you know, for pushing people to do more longer trips. I get it. Okay. But for the guys who do shorties, you know, this is going to kill them. Nobody's going to do the quest. You know what I'm saying? Hey Pedro, what's up? So on this end, and please go read the article. All the breakdown, the math is in there. I'm not advertising our website. Website's doing freaking great. It's unbelievable now. I love the website now, and all the breakdown is in there. Think, people, please use the math. Please don't just silly-nilly-willy just go accept trips like this, because now I have to deal with this dollar quest now. Okay, now I have to strategize. My strategy is going to be, I'm just going to pick my maybe one above the lowest one, right? And then cherry pick in 7 trips. I'm going to try to finish $300. Up yours, Uber. It's still going to work out for me because I'm part of the CPU. But this is definitely another cut. You have to work a little bit more to make a little bit less. This week, Uber had 3 things that I effed up on. 1, the mystery surge in Florida. 2, that timeout shit that they're pulling now, right? And this one. So Uber, this is a trifecta. Congratulations. Go lose all your
3 strikes and you're out.
Have a nice day. There you go.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.